welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. How's it going? I hope it's going good. My name is Charvaun Shana, the Shana Belle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today we'll be doing another pick a card reading, and today's topic will be what is hidden from you, or what is being hidden from you. This is going to dive deep into your soul, into your psyche, and look into the shadow side of yourself. I do plan as well on doing one that is love related. So basically, what are they hiding from you, which is like a love relationship, or it could even be like friendships, or you know, whatever, but what other people are hiding from you. Because I do have an oracle deck, because I was looking through my oracle decks to figure out which decks I want to use for this reading, and I saw that I have a Hidden Truths oracle deck, and I was about to use it, but I was like, no, this is for relationships, and I want this to be about yourself, for so you can uncover the things that you've been keeping hidden from yourself, that you've been ignoring and not wanting to look at, to be able to bring it to the light so you can heal it, transmute it, alchemize it, and we can have some growth in life, right? Okay, so without further ado, I will have the folders pop up for you to meditate on, for you to pick the pile and or piles to call out to you the most, and I will see you in your reading. Okay, pile number one, if you picked the photo of the rose quartz, then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap into pile number one's energy. So may deliver these messages to them by accuracy, precision, honesty, and truth for the good of all, and heart to them, Lord. Amen. Okay, so I just got a headache all of a sudden. So maybe it's your health, like you need to start, honestly, even your mental health, you need to start taking better care of yourself. You could be in like a depression where you literally like don't want to ever get up, you don't ever want to do anything, you don't ever want to move. You could have like lost motivation. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my other oracle deck. Lost motivation to do anything in life. Girl, I get it, been there, done that. You know, I'm sure we all have our specific things that cause it, but I literally just got out of depression like a few days ago. I'm a very functional depressed person, so a lot of times people can't really tell that I'm depressed because I'm still doing more than the average person. However, when I start drinking a lot, I'm depressed, girl. When I start going outside a lot, I'm depressed. When I don't work out every day, I'm depressed. If I don't be on my holistic morning routines, girl, I'm depressed. And like, I'll still be able to get things done, I'll still work out every once in a while, I'll still, you know, do my morning routine sometimes, like, but if it's not consistent, if I'm not always meditating and journaling, if I'm not on my shit, probably depressed. Okay, but I just got out of it because I decided one day I don't want to do this no more. Like, I self-sabotaging isn't fun anymore. It's not the vibe anymore. I miss being on my shit. Okay, and honestly, being on my shit is what helps me a lot of the times with overcoming my depression as well. Like, sometimes it really is, I can't wait for the depression to be over. I have to, honestly, it's always the case. I can't wait for the depression to be over to start being healthy and working out and taking my vitamins, all that stuff. Like, I literally have to start working out and take my vitamins and meditating and journaling and, you know, showing up for myself when I do like social media and things like that, when I do my readings, everything like that, that's showing up for myself because this is what I want to do for a living. So I need to work towards my goals. I have to do it even when I'm depressed for me to get out of my depression, right? I can't wait for the depression to go away, because it will never go away if I continue on the path of just laying in bed all day every day not doing anything, right? So maybe so what I'm getting is LOL. The question is, what is being hidden from you? You need to be honest with yourself and do a little check-in with your mental health, love. You could be slipping into a depression that you wasn't aware of, or your mental health could be being challenged a little bit right now. And again, like I was saying, the best way to overcome depression is, the best way to manifest anything, right, including overcoming depression, is to act as if. So act as if you're not depressed. What would the ideal you, who is happy and healthy and glowing and succeeding in life, what would they be doing every day? Somebody who has a healthy mindset, a good mental health, what do they do every day? And implement that into your day-to-day routine. You have to get out of bed. You cannot lay in bed every day, bed rotting your life away. because you're literally going to bed rot your life away. You're going to look up one day and it's going to be years later and you're going to still be in bed. You're probably just going to be like 10 to 20 pounds heavier. And we have submission. This is the Voice of Souls oracle. We have message of forgiveness. I'll get one more from here. And then we have forgiveness. LOL. LOL. That's why I was having a hard time coming out, because it was just like, you don't need another card. Okay, so you need to submit to your psyche, your subconscious, because it is trying to tell you. We have fears. It is trying to tell you something and you're just not listening because you're trying to ignore it. I mean, that's why it's hidden, right? You're trying to ignore it. You're scared of... You could have like a fear of failure, which is what's causing you to be in this depression. Like, you feel as though even if you would try, that it wouldn't work out, or maybe you did try something in the past and it didn't work out, or maybe you made a wrong decision when you was trying in the past, and then it, like, things happen that cause you to no longer trust your judgment, right? I'm also getting, and this is a trigger warning, that maybe you tried to trust somebody and then they betrayed your trust. You know, maybe they like saved you or abused you in a sense, or they lied to you, deceived you, took advantage of you. There's many different ways that this could show up, and there's a lot of you guys watching this, so it could appear, it could have manifested differently for everybody. I already knew this was going to be a heavier read when I made the topic, but I wanted to do it. So you, at the same time though, you still need to dissect this and acknowledge it, journal about it. You could take therapy if you need therapy and counseling, and so life coach. I remember when I was at my darkest time, I had a life coach. I had a life coach for years. I had a life coach for years before I even started talking to her for real. Because in the beginning, and I say this, if you follow me from the beginning, from when I first started doing tarot readings, then you already know the story. But I hated talking to my life coach. It was so annoying when she would call me. It was so annoying to the point that we kept pushing our meetings back, and she would call me on the phone. We'll be on the phone and we'll talk for like 30 minutes on the phone. And first it was like once a month, and then she was like, okay, maybe every other month, and I was like, okay, yeah, I prefer that. And then it went from every other month to 3 months, because I never wanted to talk to her. So she was trying not to, she didn't want to pressure me into talking to her. So she was very light on me. And then as I started to open up, because I wanted to do better in life, like it honestly starts with you. It starts with you deciding that you want to do better in life, because no one else is going to tell you, right? No one else could force you to make yourself, to better your health, right? You have to decide for yourself. So as I decided that I wanted to improve my life, and I started loving life again, and, you know, participating in life again, our meetings started to be more and more consistent. It got to a point where it was like once a week. We went from once every 3 months to once a week. So yeah, that's like 12 times in the space of 3 months. Like, it was, and I love her. I love her so much. She got me to, I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for her. She also is the person who activated my spiritual awakening. I'm pretty sure, because once we stopped working together, I got her on Instagram. We still follow each other on Instagram, and we stopped talking for years now at this point, but we still like keep up with each other's lives through Instagram. I saw that she does like holistic healing, and she also told me that she did Reiki and such, and she does like psychedelic healing and such like that. She's so cool. She's literally so cool. She started a business for it. She's literally so cool. But yeah, you need to forgive yourself for, that's what's being hidden from you. Like, there's something that occurred in your life that caused you to no longer trust yourself, or you could have like this guilt inside of you for something you've done, but there's something that you need to forgive yourself for, because we all make mistakes. You know, we all trust somebody we shouldn't trust, or do things that we shouldn't have done, and it is okay. Like we've all been there, and anybody who told you they haven't, they lied. They're lying. Yeah, if you're a grown adult, you have made some type of mistake in your life. But even little kids be making mistakes. Like little kids make the most mistakes. Be so for real. So everybody has done something that they need to forgive themselves for. Narcissists have no problem forgiving themselves. Okay, so you're most definitely an empath, and that's why it's taken such a toll on you. But I want to be here and tell you that it is okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, you know, do something that you're not fond of and you look back at and you're just like, why did I do that? It's a normal thing, and honestly very common. Now, am I saying that you should go and do the same thing and make the same mistake over and over again? No, don't do that. But to make a mistake once or twice, even the same mistake, making it once or twice, is okay. And then you need to learn from that mistake, forgive yourself, grow, and then carry on with your life. Okay, we're gonna go to the angel answers. We have recovery. Can you see? Did it focus? I hope so. Yeah. Okay, get one more card from here, and then we have within the next few weeks. Okay, so within the next few weeks you are going to feel a lot better. You're going to, and then we have compromise. So this is what we're going to compromise on, right? If you take the time and you do the shadow work, you go within and you actually uncover what it is that you need to forgive yourself for, and you don't just ignore it and push it aside and push it down and then act like it never happened, I promise you that you will feel a lot better, be a lot more energized, be a lot more motivated and disciplined, and get back to feeling like yourself again within the next few weeks. Okay, bonus points, and again, you don't have to if you don't want to, but these are tools that I have for you to help you on your journey. Bonus points is if you watch my subliminals. I have a bunch of subliminals on my channel. There is a playlist for subliminals. If you don't want to use mine, then there's 1,000,006 other ones, more than actually 1,000,006 ones on YouTube, probably TikTok too. Subliminals, affirmations, meditations, those all will help as well. So I said, and you can do this while you are bed rotting. Okay, that's why I suggested subliminals. So you can just have the subliminals playing in the background while you're bed rotting, while you're hating your life and hating yourself, while you are scrolling through TikTok, doom scrolling. You can do it all. You can do all the stuff that you're doing right now while you just have the subliminals playing in the background. Okay, so promise me that you're going to do a little bit of shadow work on forgiveness. You know, you can Google it if you want to. Google shadow work prompts for forgiveness, to forgive, right? And then do some shadow work with that, write down some affirmations, and then listen to some subliminals for a few weeks. Like I want you to do it every single day, as long as you possibly can, while you're bed rotting. Just have it playing, and within the next few weeks, I promise you, I want you to come back to me and let me know if your life has changed for the better, if you have been able to get out of bed more often, shower more often, brush your teeth more often, get ready more often, work out more often, get back to feeling more like yourself. I want you to come back and let me know in the comments, honestly. There was something else I wanted to say. Certain subliminals that I have already up that I suggest is becoming the woman of your dreams, I am good, I am enough, and releasing shame or overcoming shame. Those are the top 3 that I would suggest for you. There are a bunch, like I said, you can literally just put on the playlist and have it on repeat. But if you want like specific ones to go and look at, then I would suggest those 3. So like I said, becoming the woman of your dreams, I am enough, and overcoming shame. Those are the titles of the subliminals I suggest. And now I'm gonna pull some tarot to end off this reading. Where's me hidden? Okay, we have the Empress, which is Libra, Leo, and Taurus energy. we have the Eight of Wands. And then we have the World card. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. So heavy Taurus, heavy Leo. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit in reverse, which is Virgo energy. Okay, so good news, actually great news. This is actually amazing news. Like I said, next few weeks you're going to be feeling like a whole new person. You're going to be feeling like your old self again, but better, okay? Part of the reason why you could have fallen into this depression in the first place is because of the fact that you just expected yourself to be a lot further in life than where you are right now. Girl, I get it, I understand, same. Or you could have been dealing with a bum, a homosexual, if you will, and you know that you deserve better, but they're just in your space siphoning off your energy because they're an energy vampire. Again, been there, done that, understand. And that's why I'm saying how somebody could have taken advantage of you. They could have manipulated you, gaslighted you, lied to you, all that terrible, ugly stuff, because of the fact that you are somebody who is so bright, so beautiful, so outgoing. You shine, and your energy is like immaculate. So people will try to siphon off of you because they know that if they was to siphon off your energy, they will be able to get a lot more attention on themselves because of the fact that you get a lot of attention. Everybody wants you, so they want what you have. There's a lot of times when men out there be jealous of their girl. That could be a situation for you as well. But you have so much ahead of you. You have such a bright future, and there's no more wasting it away. No more, boo-hoo crying, playing victim. And I'm not saying necessarily playing victim as if nothing actually happened to you. Like, no, you was a victim, okay? But you're no longer a victim. Okay, what happened. You was a victim in the moment, and now it's time for a fresh, new, bright life. Okay, how long are you going to continue living in a boohoo, woe is me type of mentality? That the longer you stay in that type of mentality, the longer you're perpetuating that energy, and then the longer you're going to feel the despair of it. However, once you recognize it, embrace it, and then heal it, alchemize and transmute it, then you can move on to the next phase of your life. And the next phase of your life is actually beautiful. We have the Empress, the Eight of Wands, and the World card. Okay, girl, you're meant to be famous. You're going to have a lot of people seeing you. You're going to have a lot of eyes on you. The dreams and hopes and aspirations that you have, they're all for you. And you're going to be the top of your field in it, whatever it is you want to do. You're going to be top of mind. You're going to be the go-to for it. You're going to be a lot of people's favorites. You're already a lot of people's favorites, and people are wondering, where are you? What happened? Like, why? There's something wrong. Like, people are noticing that there's something wrong and there's something different about you. And I'm not saying this in a sense to be like scared or whatever, but in a sense where it's just like you are highly loved and sought after. And this is honestly just the beginning. Like, there's so many more people who are yet to discover you and fall in love with you and fall in love with your work and what it is that you provide for people. And once you get over this little hurdle, then you're going, and I'm not saying little hurdle in a sense to minimize what it is you went through, but I'm talking about in the grand scale of everything else you're going to experience in life. All the amazing things that you're going to experience in life, this is one little hurdle that you just have to overcome in order to start living the rest of your life, the rest of your beautiful, abundant, successful life. Okay, but those are your messages, pile number 1. I hope they resonated. If they did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know which pile you came from and how it resonated. Don't forget to come back in a few weeks to let me know how your life has changed once you've gone through this shadow work. I love you guys so very much. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and Pinterest and X. Lemon82 if you want to, at Charvaun Shana. I love you guys so very much. I'll see you in my next video. Okay, pile number 2, if you picked the photo of the clear quartz, then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number 2's energy, so I may deliver these messages to them with accuracy, precision, honesty, and truth for the good of all in heart and Lord. Amen. So we're going to get into the Voice of Souls Oracle, to start off the reading. So what is being hidden from my pile number 2s? What is being hidden from my pile number 2s? I'm hearing you're gonna have a glow up. Message to pass on. LOL. I guess that's the message that needs to be passed on. You're going to have a glow up very soon. We have It's Not Me. This I own both of these. And then we have physical pain. Okay. So, and then at the bottom of the deck we have fears. I'm getting, this is a pile that has been working on their physical health and appearance and working out a lot. If not, then one, it's either you going to have to pick another pile, or two, that this is something you've been thinking about a lot. However, you have been procrastinating or holding yourself back, self-sabotaging, because the fact of you are afraid of failure. You're afraid that if you was to actually commit to your weight loss journey or your lifestyle change to being more healthy and such like that, it wouldn't actually cause a change in anything. Like, you wouldn't actually lose the weight, you wouldn't start to feel healthier, you wouldn't start to look prettier, yada yada. Right now you're meant to have a glow up. That is the phase of the life that you're in, to focus on your, not even weight loss or glowing up, but your overall health, right? As in eating healthier, getting your fruits and vegetables in, getting your greens in, getting your vitamins and the nutrients that you need on a daily, working out, getting your steps in, meditating, doing your yoga, doing your Pilates, going to cycling class. I'm also getting the fact that you need to go to like cycling, like go to classes, because the classes you'll be able to meet people who align with this new lifestyle change that you're making. This is a complete and utter lifestyle change that you need to make, and that's why I'm like, how I don't want you to focus on losing weight or having a glow up. The message is to completely have a lifestyle change. And It's Not Me is the fear, and then It's Not Me in fear is because you're scared that the people around you, oh wait, let me not say you, I don't want to put words in your mouth, right? But what could be hidden deep inside of you? Oh no, this is what's being hidden. So what is being hidden in you? What you're not realizing is the reason why you're having a hard time actually getting started and actually doing this is because, or staying committed to it, staying consistent with it. It's because you're scared that everybody around you is just going to be like, that's not you. That's not how you used to be. You love your junk food. You love being lazy, you love eating fast food, you love being unhealthy, you love your vices, you love alcohol and drugs or whatever the case is. This might not even just be necessarily like working out. Like I said, this is overall health, right? This is you making a huge lifestyle shift and changing your life for the better, becoming healthier, becoming more holistic, becoming more grounded and more spiritual as well, right? Understanding yourself more. So this is also like mental health. So I'm hearing jogging, but journaling, right? Journaling, meditating, like just overall being more healthy in all aspects of your life, going down a more holistic route, where before you might have been like a party girl, or you could have just loved your alcohol. That's going with party girl, your alcohol, your drugs, your vices, you being outside, right? You could have loved your junk food, your fast food. You could have loved, pizza and sweets and candy and baked goods and just everything, filling your body up and your body, mind, soul, and spirit up with a bunch of nonsense and toxic waste, basically. And now you're being called, you feel it because you have this desire to now change your life, and you're having a hard time doing it because you're like, your old self, your ego doesn't want to die. It wants to keep you in what is normal, what you're used to, because it's safe. They know it's what they're used to, so to them, your ego, it feels safe to your ego, and they don't know what would happen if you was to change, right? They fear that it will cause you actual physical pain if you was to now change your life, so especially how drastically you want to. And also, the people around you is looking at you. You fear that they're going to judge you and say that you're being a fake. This is imposter syndrome, right? Where it's like they're so used to you being one way for so long that you making all these changes and shifts. Now they're going to look at you and be like, you're an imposter. you don't act like this. This is not how you are. But people can change. You can change, and if you want to change, then just change. You get what I'm saying? So my battery's about to die, so it distracted me. I'm just gonna change the battery now, and then we'll reconvene. Okay, we're back. Also, if it's brighter, I turned on the light, my light. Let me know if you can tell a difference, because I'm using natural lighting. I was using natural lighting, but I remember that I have this light literally right in front of me. I was just like, let me turn it on. So yeah, but as I was saying, another thing is they might be judging you or making fun of you, whatever the case is, about the fact that you all of a sudden want to change, and that's not how you've always been, and now you're acting different, now you're moving different, whatever the case. They love to say that as soon as you want to better yourself. Oh, you changed, you're acting different, now you think you're better than everybody, yada yada yada. Okay, and is okay. Like, but honestly, it's because they wish they could make that change, right? They don't have that calling to make the change, and even if they did, they're having a hard time doing it. They haven't been able to make the change, even though they know they should, even though they know they have to, you know. So don't worry about what the next person has to say. Don't no one cares about what other people have to say, because a lot of times they're just projecting. Okay, a lot of people are losers, actually. So don't even worry. Honestly, that's why I never give a shit about what anyone has to say. I have yet to meet somebody who I wanted their life. I've never met anyone whose life I wanted. So people be this whole entire mess, put up a whole facade, acting like they got shit going on, and they ain't got shit going on. So, and I've met celebrities, okay? I've met millionaires. I've met a lot of people, at least they claim to be. I met a lot of people who people wish that they had their life, or, you know, whatever the case is, But when I tell you, all that glitters is not gold, okay? All that glitters is not gold. We have yes. So if you're looking for a sign to start, a sign that it will be successful, a sign that you are able and capable and worthy of doing so, yes, you are. And it's going to work. Girl, I promise you. Just put in a little bit of effort every day. And little by little, I was going to say a little by little, a little becomes a lot. But I am so flabbergasted, because guess what came out? Guess what? If you know the Angel Answers Oracle cards, right? Think about all the cards that's in the deck, and think about the one card that goes perfectly with what I'm saying right now, what I've been saying this whole reading. Can you see it? Improving health. I don't want to hear, no one can ever tell me I'm not good at my job. Don't ever, get the fuck out. That's crazy. Out of all the cards, there's 44 cards in this deck, and that's the only card that's about health. This is the only card that as blatantly talks about health. And it came out, and I've been talking about health this whole time. And before any card even came out, I literally said you're going to have a glow up. And I always say that glow ups happen because you take care of your health. So that's from the inside out, boo. Within the next few months, okay? And I was going to say this until this card came out and completely distracted me and derailed me. I was gonna say little by little, a little bit. Did I have focus? I don't know, but I'm not lying. It says within a few months. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. So you put in the effort and work towards it every single day. This is why I said it's complete lifestyle change. Don't even focus on the weight loss. Don't focus on the glow up. Don't focus on none of that. You know, clearing your skin, getting your hair healthier, all that. Don't worry about none of that. Work it. Focus on eating healthier, moving your body every single day. You know, implementing these routines, getting your fruits, your vegetables in, drinking your water, get your vitamins, your supplements. I have a bunch that I promote on my TikTok shop on TikTok. I also have some that I've been sent to me from like other brands and such like that. With the ones I can find or I can remember, like the ones I really liked and everything like that, I'll have them linked below, especially if I have a coupon code. For a coupon code, I'll try to link those and put all the coupon codes that I have so you can get some money off. But when I tell you, I take my vitamins and supplements every single day. I take chlorophyll every single day. I take a B12 every single day. I take one that has beetroot, It's one for blood. It's basically for blood pressure, but it has a bunch of different healthy ingredients in it. I have pre-workouts. I have probiotics, prebiotics. Because I'm a health and wellness type of influencer, right? So I get sent them all the time, and when I tell you I take them, I use them, and I feel a difference, especially like the difference between when I'm not using it and when I'm using it. When I show up, best believe I've been on my shit when it comes to my vitamin and supplement routine in the morning. Okay, aside from the vitamins and supplements that I take, I also take wellness shots. I take a shot of apple cider vinegar with lemon juice, and I dilute it with water. I take that every single day as well. Tastes disgusting, but then after I have a fruit to basically get the taste out of my mouth. So I was recently using kiwis because I had kiwis, but then I finished my kiwis. I have pineapple, so I'm going to cut up my pineapple today, and then I'll start using that instead. But basically I just use whatever fruit I have. I'll take the shot, eat the fruit. Berries are amazing. It has great antioxidants. And then I get water, I get my supplements, my vitamins, and a fruit into my system before it even hits 10 o'clock. You get what I'm saying? So, and then I go to the gym right after. And that is my routine. I'm vlogging. I'm doing weekly vlogs now, weekly vlog. I'm doing a week in the life of a tarot reader now. So that would do, because I've always wanted to vlog. You know I love vlogging. So you can see I'm going to try to implement all that stuff into my life, into the vlogs, because that's the reason why I wanted to vlog my life in the first place, so you guys can see the habits that I have implemented in my life to stay healthy, to stay grounded, to stay connected to Christ, source, right? But yeah, so you are improving your health, boo. Your health will be improving within the next few months as long as you focus on the lifestyle change, improving your health, just being healthier overall instead of the weight loss. Like, yeah, weight loss can be like a motivation, but don't make it the main focus. I've learned through life that anytime I have tried, I talk about I a lot, but you guys told me you guys like my story times and my readings, so that's why I tell stories a lot. But anytime I try to lose weight and my focus is weight loss, I have a hard time. I don't stay consistent. I don't continue on with, I'll go to the gym maybe 3 days and then not go to the gym for like 1 to 3 months. But when I'm doing a lifestyle change, a lifestyle shift, it's a whole mind shift that you have to go through, right? And then like you're changing your lifestyle, so it takes 30 days to make a habit, 90 days to make a lifestyle, and so then you just aim for further ahead. And then also it's like you plan on doing this every single day for the rest of your life. So instead of trying to find quick ways to lose weight as quickly as possible, which you can do, and then but once you stop doing it, you'll gain back the weight, right? I look for what I can do and what I can implement into my life every single day that I'll be consistent with and I'll want to continue doing for the rest of my life, right? So now something I just recently implemented is I run a mile every day. Because I was ready going to the gym. I was going to the gym like every now and then, whatever the case is, like recently, right? Because if you watch Pound Number 1, I was just going through a depression, girl. Just got out of it because I was in college. And if you know me, especially if you've been watching me for a while, I've told y'all the story about my college career so many times. I hate college. Is it important? Yes. Do I always recommend it? Yes. But do I hate it? Absolutely. I hate doing anything where somebody has to tell me what to do, when to do it, that doesn't align with what I want to do, right? If I had a manager right now, if I had a manager or a scientific agency, whatever the case is, and they was telling me, okay, you need to put out this much content, or you need to do this, or send me this, whatever the case is, that's different. Because you're helping me get to where I want to be. College, yes, to help me get to where I want to be, but it's way more vague. It's way more, and I honestly went to college for an ego boost more than anything else. It was like an ego boost and a break from like living at home with my parents and all that stuff. I don't want to work corporate, so it's not really helping me get to where I want to be. But I did go and major in business and marketing, and I do own a business, and I do social media marketing, and I have to market my business and all that stuff. So yeah, it did, but very vaguely. And I was already learning about business. I was teaching myself business, you know. So the guy, I really just went to college so I can say I went to college and have a degree. So no one can try and play in my face and act like I'm stupid because I don't have a college degree. Like, play with somebody else. Don't play with me, okay? So I'm about to graduate though, so I feel a lot better, and I only have 2 classes this semester, and I only have to go to the class 2 days a week. Mind you, half the time the classes are canceled or put online. So I've barely been to school this semester, honestly, and I'm living life. I'm loving my life. That's why I've been able to show up so much for you guys, okay? But anyway, we're going to pull some tarot to close off this reading. And how much is that? 10 minutes? But I have to change the thing, so it's more than 10 minutes. Okay, yeah, let's end off this reading. So I'm going to pull some tarot. What's being hidden from my pile number 2? We have the Knight of Pentacles. That's slow moving energy. So it's going to take time, and that's not a problem. Like, honestly, you're changing your whole life. The Magician, that's Gemini and Virgo energy. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus energy. Okay, this is really good energy. We have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, so that's Aries energy. And we have a bunch of major arcana. So your life is about to be so good, boo. Okay, I need you to stay consistent, stay focused, and allow things to just flow. Okay, it's going to take time. You're not going to look in the mirror in a week or 2 and see a huge difference and see a huge change. However, you will start to notice little changes. You will start to notice changes within like 3 days, within a week. If you're consistent and if you actually show up, you will start to see the changes in a short amount of time. Will there be drastic changes? No. But within a few months, you will see the drastic changes. Within 3 months of showing up to the gym every day, or it doesn't have to be every day, 3 to 4 days a week, right? You can start off with 2 days a week, but try to aim for like 3 to 5 days a week. And then, so maybe start with 3 days a week and then work your way up to 5 days a week. And that's what I'm saying, slow movements, right? Just because you start off doing something now doesn't mean you're going to stick to that, right? Maybe you need to start off with low amount of weights. Like you go to the gym and you're only doing like 20 pounds, but then in a month from now you move up to 25, and then a month from now you move up to 30, and then the 3rd month you move up to 35. You started at 20 and now you're at 35 within 90 days. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to take time. It's a process. However, it is manifesting, and the only way things can manifest is if you put in the work to get it. You're manifesting weight loss, you're manifesting a healthier life, a healthier lifestyle, you're manifesting a different lifestyle. Because also when I tell you that your life is completely different from when you're big and when you're small, when you're healthy and when you're unhealthy, your life, your quality of living is completely different. So even you just focusing on your health will shift your whole entire life. It will manifest a lot more things into your life. Manifesting becomes a lot easier because now your energy is aligned. Because being healthy, yeah, a lot of holistic people, holistic healing. If you ever studied Dr. Sebi, he was very into spirituality, holistic healing, and he had an alkaline diet. He was able to cure so many diseases just based off of how he was eating, and that's eating a bunch of fruits and vegetables. So from you just changing your lifestyle and trying to be healthier altogether, you can cure a lot of things that have been deemed uncurable. You will be able to have more clarity in your mind. You'll be able to fix your posture. Your confidence will be able to go up. You'll be able to do a lot more with your body. Honestly, if you want to look at the shallow things, you'll be invited places you've never been invited. You'll have a lot of people paying for things that you didn't think. Like, pretty privilege is a real thing, and we can't lie and be like skinny people don't get a lot of pretty privilege. Like, when I was being invited to like the nicest places by the most richest people, I was the skinniest in my life. Do I still get that type of treatment? Yeah, but it's not really the same. It's not really the same. It's not as common, and it's not the same quality of people either. So that's not the main reason why I'm trying to get back skinny. Girl, I just like looking in the mirror and being skinny, but also I like aligning with those people. Like, I live that life for myself, yes, but I miss what everybody around me was like that too. I be hanging out. Well, the people I was hanging out with, no offense if y'all watching this, they were kind of bums. You know, they was living in not the best conditions, and they was losers, and No offense if y'all watching this, you know, because I know y'all be watching me, but y'all were losers. So I was settling a lot because they was there in the moment, and this sounds so bad to me, but they were terrible friends too. Terrible people. Most of them were terrible friends, terrible people. So, and it's a projection, you know. They're miserable in life. Their life is in shambles. They're bums, like I said. So they try to humble me, so I feel like how they feel. That doesn't work on me, because I still feel like I just look at them differently. I just look at them like they're the losers, like they are, you know. It's like it basically is like, you know, when people say all the time, like, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. That's basically what it is. Like, they'll show me who they are, so then I believe them, so then I move differently around them. And, you know, they're just good for what they're good for, and that's just it. Anyway, those are your messages. Now I'm sorry I'm rambling, telling on myself. I do have a superiority complex type of thing going on here. I'm a Leo, you know, and my moon's in Aries, so like, what do you really expect from me? But then also rightfully so, compared with what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about and shit like that. You would understand exactly what I'm talking about if you met them in person too. Like, so yeah. But love you guys. Those are your messages. I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know which power you came from and how it resonated. Also, make sure that you come back in a few months and let me know if you have been seeing the changes. Have you been staying dedicated? If you stay dedicated, I promise you will see the differences. But I do want you to come back and tell me the progress, you know, let me know, keep me updated on your progress. I do follow some of you guys on social media and things like that, so I see it when you guys post it. But honestly, I be seeing y'all when you post your life progress, and actually it warms my heart. It makes me so happy to see you guys winning in life. Like, for real, I'll be like, oh, that's my girl, that's my girl. But yeah, so love you guys. Subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Lemonade, all that good stuff. And the more you comment and like share, like all that stuff, the more I'll see your name and I'll start to remember you. Also, like, join me on live. I go live on TikTok every single day, whether it's in the morning or nighttime. If you put on my notifications, you'll just be notified whenever I go live. But that's how I like recognize you guys and remember you guys, and then start following you guys back, and then I get to see like the updates in your life. I became friends with so many of my followers, so if you want to be my friend, you know, just engage with me and I'll you know, engage back, basically. But yeah, I love you guys. And oh, also be sure to check out the description box. I'll have, honestly, every single video I ever post, I have certain coupon codes and links and things like that in my description. It's like a preset, but I'll try to find like my other ones for like more of my vitamin, lifestyle, holistic wellness type of stuff that I have. I'll try to find as many as I can that I've worked with, like, personally, because I'm not going to link anything that I haven't tried myself. But the ones I have worked with and tried and liked, I'll have them in the description box, and if I have a coupon code, I'll have the coupon code there as well. Okay, love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Pile number 3. Hey girlie, how you doing? How you been? If you picked the photo of the amethyst, then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number 3's energy, so I may deliver these messages to them with accuracy, precision, honesty, and truth for the good of all, and harm to none, Lord. Amen. So we're gonna start off with the Voice of Souls Oracle, and get your messages. Okay, what I'm feeling for you guys is what's being handed from you is your spiritual gifts. You could be like neglecting them, not wanting to like fully embrace them, being scared of them, feeling as though they're not real because you don't really have people around you who dive into this as well, so you don't know what it looks like in the real world, in real life. This is part of the reason why I am vlogging again. I'm going to be doing weekly vlogs again, and I'm going to try to stay consistent with them. So if you like to see week in the life of a tarot reader or a spiritual girly, then, you know, make sure that you subscribe to me if you're not already, with the bell notification on. You know, like, my stuff is well engaged, so it'll be recommended to you more. But aside from that, right, so you guys are as well, you're spiritually gifted as well. And I remember, I'm saying it as if it's been so long ago, like literally today, yes, not really anymore, like 3 days ago maybe, right? Because I've been listening to my subliminals and they've been helping me a lot. Like, so girl, check out my subliminals. I literally have a subliminal for tarot readers and also for psychics, so check those out. There's I have a playlist for subliminals. Okay, enough self promo, but that's why I create all the content that I do, because I do these readings and then I realize, okay, what else can I create to help my viewers, my subscribers, to overcome the challenges that pop up in the readings, or like what can I create to help them manifest the things that they want to manifest, that I see pop up on the readings and things like that, right? So that's why I can easily just be like, oh wow, I made this because I made it for you. So, but yeah, I remember like I would feel as though I wasn't legit because I didn't know what it looked like behind the scenes, right? When tarot readers do their readings, all you see is them sit down and then pulling cards and telling you and channeling to you, basically, right? You don't really see the behind the scenes, what they're doing. So I just felt like I wasn't doing enough and that I wasn't a real tarot reader. Mind you, I've been doing this for years. Mind you, I've been psychic my whole life, right? And it was more so when I found tarot on social media, it wasn't like, oh, how can I learn to do this? It was more me understanding why I was able to do certain things, right? So whether or not I have ever discovered tarot or ever like learned to practice or whatever the case is, I was always experiencing these things, but I was always told that's not real. So that could be something that's been happening to you your whole life, where you was told tarot isn't real, you can't be a psychic, you know, you're not able to move things with your mind, things like that, where you can't heal with just your energy, things like that. People trying to invalidate your experiences in life just because they weren't experiencing it, or just because it's not the norm, or it's called, people say that it's blasphemy when it comes to like religions and such like that. They say it's devil's work and it's blasphemy. But people fear the things that they don't know. People fear the things that they're not familiar with, and then they try to deem it as the devil, when that's not always the case. When actually there's a lot of things that we are aware of that is literally the devil, but people still normalize it, like rape, like trigger warning, right? Because there's popes who literally be touching up on little kids, but yet no one questions the pope because it's the pope, right? Like, but I can't play with my little crystals in my little deck of cards. Please. It's a problem when I light a candle with intentions in my house, but the church does it every Sunday, every Christmas, every Lent, every Advent. Like, be so for real. It's a problem when I light my incense, but when the church does it, no one bats an eye. It's a problem when I do magic, but when Jesus did it, oh, the Messiah. But when I do it, it's the devil. Like, please, 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 play with somebody else. Do not play with me, okay? So we're gonna pull some cards. Oh, they was waiting for me to pull some cards. Message of peace. And when I had when I was shuffling and I looked at it before, oh my god, right at the bottom of the deck, calm came out. You are meant to like really live a very peaceful, calm life led by your intuition. You're a yogic. A yogi. We have you. I'm getting from that like I'm your mirror. We have free message. You was meant to live a very free life and not really having to. We have soon and message of love. Not only that, you have a love coming in soon. This could be my pal that has like a twin flame connection, or like a soulmate connection that is actually destined to that is actually destined for a union in this lifetime, right? My card started sliding and we have happiness coming out. Oh my gosh, we have happiness, reunion. I'm not taking all these cards because you already have more cards than the other piles, but this is a very powerful pile. And so we have reunion, happiness, loss coming out, right? We have free message at the bottom of the deck. We have karma and help. So you're somebody who is very powerful in the spiritual realm, and so you could be a goddess, honestly, a reincarnated goddess, and you have your spirit team are working overtime for you. So if you're not already in contact with your spirit guides and your spirit team, then it is time, boo. It's way overdue. It is most definitely way overdue. It's time for you to get in contact with them, because they have been yelling out for you, trying to talk to you, girl, like, as in, like, it's time. There is a lot of messages that they have to give you. You have a very important mission on this world, in this life, and it could be to help bring world peace. Oh my gosh, especially with the war going on. World War III is about to start. Like, go, if it hasn't started already. Like, that's insane. Like, can we not, actually, can we not? Okay, but your mission, your purpose in life is to spread peace and love around this world, and you are being called to step up to that very soon, if not now, because the world is in a place of chaos and conflict. Girl, I'm stressed, okay? But you don't be. Don't be stressed, you know? But yeah, so you have a very close connection. You're a chosen one, right? You have a very close connection with the divine, and you need to come to self, right? Meditation is going to be your best friend. You, again, like I was, you could be somebody who naturally sees spirits, naturally is able to tell the future, and naturally is able to read energies, or, you know, an empath, where you absorb other people's energies and mistake it for yourself sometimes, where you feel lonely, and you feel like you need to escape the world a lot and just be alone because of the fact you're overwhelmed with so much energies. You could read minds, or like hear people's minds and such like that, hear a lot of messages and channel messages all the time. Be very sensitive when it comes to energies, and get like visions of the future, or visions of things happening, or visions of messages, or just get an inkling, or you just like know that something's gonna happen, or you know how somebody feels about you, you know that you need to do something, like stuff like that. And it's getting to a point where it's uncontrollable, or it's like starting to feel overwhelming if you're not already used to meditating and knowing how to control these gifts that you have. Because when I got into it, it was around the time when the gifts got to a point where I couldn't shut it off. It wouldn't leave me alone. I would get headaches and get overwhelmed. That's why I felt like a really deep depression and things like that. It's because the gifts that I was given, the psychic gifts that I was given, it was getting to a point where without knowing how to like close myself off from the energies and things like that, I would have lost my mind. Like, I probably would have ended up I actually was in psych wards like twice, but that was for depression and being trigger warning. I wanted to like unalive myself, right? So it can manifest in like a way like that, right? So God introduced me to the spiritual community, and that's what helped me get out of like that. So hey, I could be the person who's awakening you and helping you. LOL, big happy changes. That's crazy. I could be the one who's helping you like uncover your gifts, or coming to terms with the fact that you do have these gifts. Charmed Intuition was mine. Oh my gosh, romance came out again. Yeah, like you most definitely are destined for like a twin flame soulmate type of journey. Oh girl, we consider it so funny, because I was just about to say buckle up, because the twin flame journey, boy do I hate it. I hate it. Remain positive. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, just because something was my experience doesn't mean it's going to be your experience, like, okay? But the twin flame journey had me in love with somebody I barely even knew, but my soul recognized them immediately, and we haven't spoken in years. Still think about him to this day, still madly in love with him to this day, and I just feel like I will never love anybody the way that I love him, which is honestly a good thing, because boy did that connection killed me. I had so many deaths of the egos because of that man. And he ain't even do anything. He personally did not do anything. It was just my soul and his soul connecting and all that nonsense. Boy, it was so irritating. It was, it's still to this day. Like, my soul literally misses him and like calls out to him all the time. Like, I'm like, girl, ew, stop, please. Like, you are the prize. Remember who remember who you are. Like, that's so embarrassing. Don't do that. Like, so yeah, but you are meant for a grandioso type of love in your life. Your life will be very happy and aligned once you really start to tap into your spiritual practices and like take them seriously. Because you'll be able to like attract things to you once you're in alignment. You know, you're able to attract things to you, you're able to manifest things easily. So you're going to end up with like your dream life, your dream love, the dream family. You know, like back in the day they used to say it was like the white picket fence, the mom, the dad, the wife, husband, 2 kids, you know, like the perfect life in the suburbs, whatever. Like, think about the modern day version or your own personal version of what your dream life is, and that is yours for the taking. Yeah, I'm gonna pull from the tarot, from this tarot deck, in order to get some more messages, and we'll finish off your reading. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. A lot of like immature energy. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay. This is a time for you to very much so just focus on yourself and your growth. There's immaturity when it comes to how you handle your emotions and love. So again, so like the intuition, your energy work, you need some progression in that and some training in that. I do have a 6-month program on my Etsy. It's pretty up there in price. If you join my Patreon, I believe you get like 10% off, and that will help with the price a lot. But it is a 6-month program where we meet personally one-on-one, and I give you training on your like spiritual journey and your spiritual like growth. But even if you don't want to do that, there's a bunch of like very low cost online courses you can take that, you know, it won't work as well as mine clearly, but you know, they will help you along your journey. But also when we're coming to like romance with the 7 of Cups, you are kind of, okay, sorry about that, my SD card ran out of space, so I just switched out my SD card and now we're back. So like I was saying, you're kind of scatterbrained, so you could be like a little boy obsessed, boy crazy, where you put a lot of time and energy and emphasis like focusing on boys and love and romance. You could end up watching like a lot of love readings and things like that, which, you know, it's fine. It just got you into tarot. It got you here, right? Which is fine. That God does that a lot, I think, in order to like initiate people into tarot, because it's like one of the most attention grabbing things. You know, you want to know how the person you have a crush on feels about you, so you look up a tarot reading and then you get hooked on tarot, and then eventually you end up in the deeper parts of tarot and like spirituality. So that was your experience, and hey girl, that was my experience too. Because I literally didn't know tarot was real, and then one day I was wanting to get back with my ex, so then I just looked up on YouTube like soulmates or something. It's some soulmate love reading thingy about my ex. Like, does my ex want to get back with me or something like that? And I came across Charmed Intuition and then got hooked on tarot ever since. Now it's 6 years later and I do tarot for a living, right? So I was able to discover my gifts and was able to find myself, heal a lot of the things that I needed healing, and now I know how to heal myself from things that come up even now to this day, and I can heal it very quickly, move on with my life, and live a perfectly good life. Like, I love my life personally, and a lot of people love my life too. That's why they want it, and that's why they be hating, and that's why, you know, they try to beat me and can never actually like get there, right? But because they don't understand the work that actually puts in order to be me and have my life, right? They just think it's the glitz and the glam and it's the apartment and all my parents do everything for me, and it's not that. I have 4 sisters, and I promise you we're all living a completely different life. So it's not my parents, it's not the glitz and the glam. Like, please, my apartment to me feels like a shoebox. So they sit here and they dream of living in an apartment like mine, and I sit here and I'm just like, I need a bigger apartment. Very grateful for it, don't get me wrong, very grateful for it, but this is just the beginning, boo, right? So we manifesting bigger and better out here. So also, okay, so you need to tap into your magic. We have the Page of Wands, right? So it's time to tap into that magic. As I'm literally seeing, like, you lighting a candle, you burning incense, sage, burning Palo Santo, burning pages for, like, on new moon rituals and full moon rituals. On new moons, you're burning the things you want to bring into your life. Full moons, you're burning the things you want to release out of your life. For eclipses, we just passed a lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses happen when there's a full moon. Solar eclipse happens when there's a new moon, right? So during these times, you're actually taking advantage of the energy that is being given to us by the moon, by the natural causes of life, which is God's gift to us, right? That's how he helps us be able to manifest a little bit more, makes our powers a little bit more. Like, if you watch Vampire Diaries, witches always use eclipses in order to enhance their powers when they need to do, like, a really powerful spell. And if you ever watch Vampire Diaries, there's always an eclipse. And I remember growing up watching Vampire Diaries, and my sister's like, why is there always an eclipse? Like, they always have to do something, and then the witch is like, oh yeah, the eclipse is coming in a few days, yada yada. And me and my sister would be like, there was just an eclipse 3 episodes ago, how's there another eclipse? That, honestly, there literally is like an eclipse like every month. There, maybe not literally every month, but there literally is always an eclipse. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I think last month was an eclipse, and then this month was another eclipse. Like, there is literally always an eclipse. There really is always an eclipse. It's just we don't know, because some of them are just partial eclipses and things like that, or the eclipses in, like, different parts of the world or whatever. But, like, there's literally always an eclipse. It's so funny. It's so funny. And you can use them. You can use it to harness the power to manifest the things you want. You can use it to manifest love. You can use it to manifest peace. You can use it to manifest a glow up. You can use it to manifest creativity. You can use it to manifest positive change in your life. You can use it to manifest anything. Actually, it's real. It is real. If you didn't know it was real, if people have been telling you it's fake, I'm telling you, somebody who does it, who've seen it, it's real. It works. It works so well. There's times I do spell work for, like, my followings, right? For example, specific time I did a spell for peace, to bring peace over me and my followers, inner peace, love, hope, all that stuff, right? But mainly peace, right? And and happiness. I use yellow crystals in a yellow candle and certain incense and herbs, and I lit the candle, yada yada. A few minutes later, I get a DM from one of my followers, and she tells me how, oh, she doesn't know why, but all of a sudden she just started to feel this peace come over her, and she just feels so happy and hopeful for life, yada yada. I'm like, that's crazy, because I literally just did a spell for me and my following. And she hit me, and God loves to give me confirmation. God loves to give me confirmation. Like, literally did not take long to get that confirmation. Did not take long for my followers to start to feel the energies, to feel the results, to feel it. Like, it really doesn't take long, and you will literally see the difference. You'll see it, and you'll feel it, and you will experience it. Just try it out. Just try it. If you have never done it, try it out. If you have done it and you haven't done it in a while, this is your reminder or your confirmation to remember the power that you hold. It is real. It is pulsing through your veins and is begging to be let out. It's begging to be released. And it's not devil's work to do spell work, okay? Because like I said, there's things that are deemed good, but then they do evil things, right? And then there's things that's deemed evil where they do good things. I brought peace and love and happiness into the world. You're trying to tell me that's devil's work? Like, please miss me with that. Because when Jesus did it, no one was like, oh my God, that's the devil. Actually, people did, exactly. And those are the ones who crucified Jesus. So if you're gonna sit here and tell me that me lighting a candle to bring peace, love, and happiness into the world is devil's work, you're the type of person who would have crucified Jesus. But yeah, you're gonna sit here years later, centuries later, and worship him. You're a hypocrite. You're literally a hypocrite, because I'm doing God's work. God blessed me with these skills, with these gifts, with these talents, and the modalities, and I'm going to use them because God told me to. And who are you to tell me I can't and what I'm doing is evil? Please. I don't speak to the devil unless I'm telling him to get back. Get back, Satan. Like, don't play with me. Anyway, but yeah. And that's actually something I had to overcome. So I can understand you having to overcome the fear of, other people's judgment, or even especially if you grew up in the church. I grew up in the church, so that was something I had to overcome for a long time. Doing something that I've been taught is devil's work, blasphemy. And it's just like, how though? Like, they literally do it in the church. They just don't call it, like, hymns are literal spells. Prayers are literal spells. Like, they light candles too. They light candles, they burn incense, they do all this in the church. It's just they don't tell us what they're doing. And then when we go out and they don't want us to hold our own power, right? They don't want us to know how powerful we are by ourselves. Like, we don't need the church. The church is a business. So they want to keep people coming there all the time. So in order to keep people coming, like, why would people come if they learn that they can just do it at home? Mind you, if somebody really loves it, like, say if they were actually a stand-up type of organization, then people will still come. But they fear that if people was to know the power that they hold on their own, that they wouldn't show up to church anymore, and then they will lose their congregation, and then they'll lose their income. The church will lose money. So they tell you that you doing it at home is blasphemy and it's evil and it's devil's work, when they literally go and do the same thing. It's just they're not going to tell you what it is that you're doing. They're not going to educate you on what they're doing. They're just going to do it and tell you to follow along. They expect you to follow them like sheep, because a lot of people don't even take the time to educate themselves on certain things. So they just want people to follow them as sheep and not learn that you can actually just do it yourself. A self-efficient queen is what I like to call us spiritual baddies, okay? But yeah, this reading is getting mighty long, so I'm going to end it here. I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know which part you came from and how it resonated. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel with the bell notification on so you can be notified whenever I upload. Check out my description box for any information you might need from me. I have coupon codes, links, all that good stuff down there. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Lemonade, X, all that good stuff for more content for me, or just a little bit more of me and my energy, and to see my pretty little face. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.